that work?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is May. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for being here today on your Saturday to celebrate my brother, John and Teng. So my sister, Sherry, just gave a beautiful speech for our brother, John. I'm not going to be that funny, sorry. So it's my turn to honor our brother, Teng. So 7 years ago, when Teng came home, I wrote a tribute to him. And in that, I wrote that I spent the first half of my life laughing and playing and growing with him. And then I spent the second half of my life waiting for him. Okay, so Teng and I grew up really close, right? He's my big brother, but I can't help but see him as my big little brother now. In the second and third grade, we had recess together, and his friends and my friends would play chase, and nobody ever wanted to chase me, and Teng was the one who always made sure that someone chased me, so that I wasn't left out. When a boy would make fun of my Barney t-shirt or my new haircut, he was the one who I'd always refer to when I'd be like, my brother's gonna beat you up, you know? Teng was the one I walked to and from school with every day, and I'd wait by the classroom door for him at Miss Fish's class. He was the one I played football with at the park every evening with all of our friends. He obviously taught me how to play. I thought he was so cool, so I wanted to do everything that he did. He was the one who stayed for my first after-school fight in the 5th grade to tell me to win. And obviously I won, but he didn't care. He just wanted to go home. I asked him to stay with me. He was the one I talked to about boys, and he was the one who cursed out all the guys for catcalling my sisters and I, making me feel very protected and safe. He was the one I watched Friends with every night, and Rachel was our favorite. Meanwhile, Phoebe was Sherry's favorite. I wonder why. He was the one who thought that my artwork was always so cool, so he'd ask me to draw for him and draw on his school backpack. And when we lived in Fresno, he asked me to help with his haircuts, and luckily they were all just buzzing his head, otherwise I would have destroyed it. He was the one I was always able to talk to about life, even when life kept us apart. So for me, on behalf of all the siblings, this celebration is extra special because in many ways we never really got the chance to celebrate Teng properly. But of course, that's if you're not counting his beautiful wedding to his beautiful wife, Hua. And then all of his birthdays that my parents celebrated growing up. I swear it's like the only birthday I remember my parents like celebrating when we were kids. Aside from all of that, today is a milestone that we're deeply, deeply grateful to share as we celebrate Teng. His life journey has been anything but ordinary, and Teng has been through some unimaginable challenges. But through it all, Teng remained strong, resilient, and firm in his faith. And even during those moments, and many, many moments, when he was barely holding on by a thread. So we wrote each other every month. And in the early days, when Teng was wrongfully taken from us, and because of how strong and positive he tried to stay throughout to hold the family over, because we're all such emotional divas, he shared this Bible verse with us. It's Peter 5:10. It says, "And after you have suffered, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, confirm, and strengthen you." And since overcoming those dark and painful days, Teng has not only regained his life, but he's built something extraordinary, literally from the ground up with his own bare hands. He's accomplished so much during these few days, or those few years. And I'm so grateful to see him thriving and to see his light shining so brightly after so many years of darkness. And I also thank God every day that you got to spend time with our dad before we lost him 2 years ago. When you left, I watched as my dad did everything and anything that he could in his power to bring you home, giving up what little he had in his savings and visiting the dark side. Just kidding. But I know Dad was and still is very proud of you. And of course you were his favorite, as annoying as it always was. Your story, Teng, is one of strength, faith, and redemption, and we are so blessed to have you and to celebrate you today. You've shown us what it means to keep going, no matter what. And with that, I'd like to share something that Teng wrote to me in a letter during some of my own darkest days, and I hope that it resonates with you and offers some guidance and comfort that it brought to me. He wrote, "Remember that no person heals in isolation, and while it's human interaction that breaks us, it's also human interaction that heals us. I am living proof of that." That's something that he wrote to me, and it stuck with me throughout. So thank you all for being here today. Each one of you has been a part of a source of love, strength, and guiding compass to keep moving forward. We love you, Teng, and we're so excited for all the great things still to come. And Pua, I just want to mention you too. We love you and Izzy so much, and I want to thank you for also loving Teng and for walking alongside him in this beautiful, crazy thing called life. So I guess we're gonna watch a slideshow dedicated to Teng.